Awakening is basically a concept. The concept is that it is a crack in the structure of the personality, of the person, of the persona. And when this crack happens, all ideas associated with doing that so far has brought us worth, position, status, admiration, adulation begin to crumble. And for the first time, we find ourselves completely useless for the world. And the mind goes back and forth. The mind, one aspect of the mind feels happy and so relieved that all that structure, all that load, all that burden is now beginning to dissolve. The crack has already happened. Yet there's another part which is scared, which says, if that cracks, my whole investment that I've put from the beginning up to now will go waste. Then what am I going to do? And this is one of the greatest dilemma that a spiritual seeker faces after awakening. What do I do? Because there seems no meaning in doing anything other than just being. And just being is perceived as laziness, avoidance, dissociation by the others, by the society. The problem is that those of us who are immersed in the worldly affairs and still give all the importance and weightage to doing, their esteem, their worth is defined by what they do, not by who they are. They're caught up in this illusion, in this constant strife to uphold that image. So when they see someone who's not interested in what they have to sell, then they get upset. They call it laziness. And they say that these people are just trying to, they're trying to find an excuse to not work. But the thing is, a lot of work is happening because non-doing, as I said, as I explained in my earlier videos, is not inactivity. It's just that the work that they think is important, is valuable, brings worth, esteem to the individual, that work is not in the interest of the seeker now. Because seeker is not too much concerned with himself or herself. Their whole orientation is now in a different direction, in a different dimension. They're trying to find out what this moment contains. They're trying to discover the eternity in this present. Which may be completely worthless for someone who's caught up in the world. And many of us are caught up in the world. Because every time this discussion comes up, there's only one argument that comes up, but I have to earn money, but I have to work, but I have to do a job, but I have to live in the city, but I have to pay the EMIs. So they're not willing to compromise with any of that, yet they want the bliss, the enlightenment, the awakening, the spiritual freedom. They fancy spirituality, but they're not willing to let go of any of these things or any of their thought structures. Whereas for a spiritual seeker, these structures are now beginning to crumble. And that is why spiritual awakening is painful. And that is why the seeker does not find much meaning in doing rather than just being. Because just being is so blissful. Just being does not imply inactivity. It means the awareness of being aware of what is happening. It means that while you're doing activities that you now align with, that you like, they're done in the light of awareness, with the knowledge that it is not me who is doing the work, but impersonal energy through me is flowing and bringing out whatever needs to be out. It is the impersonal energy that is creating, not me. So I'm relieved because now I don't have to worry about the outcome. But you see that me mind still gets activated here and there. So it comes up every now and then saying that, oh, no. I must get a hold of my life. What about my old age? What if I have to go to a doctor's appointment? Where will I get the money from? I need the money. What if I want to travel? I need the money for traveling. All these questions come up. The mind is just lurking from one end to the other. But the clarity is within that confusion itself. It is not in solving the confusion, it is in dissolving of the confusion. The confusion cannot be solved. So when you don't do, a lot happens. Because doing, first of all, relieves you of the stress of other people's expectations and burdens, because now you've become completely useless to the aspiration of others, even to your loved ones, your parents, your siblings, your spouse, your relatives. You don't live for their expectations anymore. They may want big things from you. They usually want big things from you. Things which they achieved but never got any happiness out of it. And they want you to follow the same course. They give you the blueprint. Here, do this and you will be happy. Get a job, get married, earn a lot of money, and then when you finally retire in your old age, then sit in the sun and enjoy nature and weather, and then die. So the idea is that they themselves do not believe in what they are giving you, and that's unconsciousness. They're so immersed in doing that they do not see the futility of it. Because to be honest, if they were truly honest with you, they would say, don't do anything, just be. If you want to be happy, if you want to achieve something, make big money, go for it. Do it. And you will get all of it. If you really desire it, you will get all of it. But will it bring you the happiness, the peace that you truly desire? If they are honest with you, they will tell you that no. That you will experience peace only in deep sleep, if you are lucky enough. So when you start becoming useless to the expectation of others, to the aspiration of others, there is a newfound freedom within yourself where you're able to take up a new direction in life, where you're able to assess and think, not the effort based thinking, but the effortless working mind thinking about what you're going to act on, what are the things that you're going to undertake. So, in that, there will be no resistance, and that will be your natural course of action. But when you put effort, no, I was taught that I must do something, I must make it big, I must earn a lot of money, I must have the perfect family, I must have the house, the car, the big bank balance, this, that, whatever has been told to you, which you have not experienced as of now, but it has been told to you that will bring you safety. But does that bring us safety? Those of you who have achieved all of that, bought big cars, and have lots of money, do you feel secure, 100% secure? When there's too much money in the bank account, then you feel more insecure. Now what do I do? It may get lost. What if this money finishes? What am I going to do? What if I lose my job? What if I lose my fame, my prestige? What if I don't get the adulation that I'm used to receiving? You see, fear is the constant companion then. And identification with that fear brings suffering. So, truly, in essence, what is of the highest value? The highest value is your being. Because being is the substratum. It is through being that everything gets existence. But being by itself is self-sustaining, self-luminous, like the sun. So that being cannot be perturbed by anything. Because worth or esteem is a thought. Being is the substratum, the base of that, the foundation of that. And nothing can ever touch that foundation. It is the source and substance of everything. So when you find your worth, your value in the being, you find yourself to be the most useful. And when you are the most useful for yourself, it is then that your true contribution in the world will happen. Not a minute before that. Because when you're trying to fulfill the aspiration of others, you are a slave, you are a conformist. You are just repeating. There is no originality, there is no creativity in repetition. Repetition is bondage. It is the symptom of a dull mind. A new mind, a fresh mind, is not conformist, cannot be subjugated, cannot be trained in that way. New mind is the creative mind, through which new actions take place, new thoughts arise. It is then that you truly become useful. Otherwise, you're just repeating a pattern, just repeating what others have told you, but you've not even bothered to sit and think. If you are inclined towards it or not. So awakening is a crack into that whole structure. All of a sudden, you don't want to associate with people, with thoughts, with ideas that are only self oriented, that are self centric. You think in terms of pure creation, pure expression of energy, which means you're allowing the impersonal energy to flow through you, the instrument, without resistance. And in that, you find true fulfillment. Till you are preoccupied with thoughts that my worth is going to depend on what I do, how I do it, how I perform, you're trapped. Yes, you may achieve your goals through force, but it will not bring a shred of happiness, a shred of peace. It will bring thrill, excitement, and there will be pride and arrogance in one's action, thinking that I am the doer. But that same pride and arrogance, that's part of the me system, is going to hurt you when you encounter failure. And that sting is bad. So, there's nothing to be done other than just relax and be without any guilt. Because, being is total freedom. It is only the doer mind that comes up with guilt. Oh, no, 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 I must do something because my worth is tied to my doing. My esteem is tied to what I do. But when you be in that beingness, in that isness, in that amness, there is no room for thought. It is untouched. It is pristine awareness, complete wholeness. And all that it requires is to be in this present moment in total quietude, with total attention. That's it. No special practice, no method, no tricks, no forcing, no being vigilant, just being relaxed, here and now. I would just like to take a minute to thank you all for your love and support, for your donations, for your contributions. That has helped a lot. And I wish you all a very happy न्यू ईयर. आप सभी को नव वर्ष की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. टेक केयर.